Hi, I'm going to be doing now my exercises or laboratory exercises number 4 for chapter 5, which is inter-VLAN routing. So the title of this laboratory exercise is configuring 802.1q trunk base inter-VLAN routing. So first is I do already, like, if you're going to look at here, I do already set up. So I name it like in router 1, switch 1, switch 2, PCA and PCB. So I connected already so that I could now do the configuration. So I'm gonna be doing the same thing. So supposedly we just have to configure like switch 1 and switch 2, but I'm gonna doing the switch 1 first, and it's gonna be the same process. I'm gonna do the switch 1, also like it's gonna be the same thing with the switch 2. So let's click it. Let's start to configure. So, and one moment. So it says here on the application, so I'm done with step 1, step 2, and step 3. So now I'm gonna do the configuration. So switch, configure terminal. Then switch config. So it says here service. Sorry, do not put a space. You just have to follow the steps written here on the laboratory exercise. So service. Then we have to do the password dash encryption. Oh, no spelling. Encryption. Config. So we just have to name it like we have to configure switches. So for the switch 1, I just have to name it like host name S1. So it's become now from switch config is now S1 config. Then it's gonna be the same thing. So if we're gonna be doing like the switch number 2, we just have to do it like switch config host name S2. It's gonna be the same. So now we have to do this here. It says once done, I have to put in like so do these switches to disable the DNS lookup. So we have to put it like no IP domain slash lookup. And what happened? Config. So do this routers and switches to configure exit mode password. So we have to put it enable secret class. Let's see what happens. So config again. Now then we just happen to jump into the next process, the letter F. So we have to use Cisco as the password. When you are finished, exit from line configuration mode. So now config, we have to put a line console 0. Then let's try to enter. So S1 config line, then the number sign. So we have to put it like password Cisco. Enter. Then login. Then type in exit. Now S1 config again. Then we just have to do this letter G. So use Cisco as the password, include the logging synchronous command when you're finished, except from line configuration mode. So let's do the example. Line VTY 0 space number 4 what happened. That's it. So let's put a password, Cisco. I'm just following it now. Then logging synchronous. Yeah, okay. I got a long spelling. SYNCHOROUS. Let's see. Oh, wrong spelling. CHRONOUS. Enter. Config line. So we just happen to type in like exit. Now let's go back to configuration again. Then what's next is we just have to type in how this the command on the H, how do this command router and switches encrypt all password so that even hackers can use copy paste. So we have to follow this. We type in like service password in I'm not good in spelling, sorry. Encryption. In checking it. Oh, that's wrong. That's it. Enter. Let's see. Oh, I got the wrong spelling, sorry. So let's type in again. Service password dash ENCRYPTION. Service password encryption. Enter. S1 config again. So do this in the H. Do this in router and switches. Save your configuration. So we have to type in exit. So copy, run, start. Here's the result. So destination file name. So and then step 5, configure basic settings for the router. Same done on the switches. Don't forget to enable the ports that needs to be configured using no shutdown and save your configurations. So now we are now doing on the right on the part 2. Oh, it's gonna be like answering. So it says here configure switches with VLANs and trunking. Configure, let's see. Okay, so okay. One moment. There's one config. Okay. So S1, let's type in VLAN 10. Let's see what happened. Sorry. Let me get back here. Let's enable again. So let's go back to S1. So it's done. Let's go back. See what happened. Password Cisco. Enable Cisco. One moment, what happened here now? So S1 VLAN 10. Let's type in. Okay, so now I'm just like doing the password Cisco. Let's see. Sorry, it's wrong. Enable Cisco. Let's go back here. This one, configure terminal. Let's start with still the S1. This is it change. Okay, one moment. Okay, so part 2, we just have to exit. Let's say exit. Type an exit. You can go out of this. Still the S1. Okay. Run start, so it's done. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just following this now in configuring switches. So on configure VLAN, let's see, on S1, I'm gonna configure to R1 trunk switch. Okay, let's now move on to I'm gonna jump into switch number 2. So switch 2. So switch. Sorry, no, switch. We just have to get the switch. One moment. Is to config. We have to have this line. So first thing is I'm gonna name it like we have to switch enable. So switch host name S2. Oh, sorry. Switch. Switch configure terminal. Sorry. It's configure terminal. So now we have the switch config. Then we have to type in service, password, encryption. Sorry, there's a dash. Switch config. I'm gonna name it host name S2. Oh, no spelling. Now we have to do an S2 config. So we just have to goes down to, and then so we just have to do on the part 2, but I'm now doing the switch number 2. So it says here VLAN 10. I'm just following this. Let's enter. Name students. VLAN 20. Name faculty. Interface. F0 1. So it says here, so what happens? So from S2 config VLAN, if we are going to put like interface F0 1, so and what's gonna happen, it became like S2 config, then there's like a dash F. That's good. I don't know what happened, but it's good. Now we have to type in switch port mode trunk. Okay, so if you are going to like type in like switch port mode trunk, okay, it will be here's gonna be the result. So line proto pipe uptown line protocol interface fast internet change state to down. So S2 config. Now let's type in no shutdown. Then type in exit. Let's see. Go back to S2 configuration. Then let's follow this. So now we just have to type in interface F0/18. Let's see what happened. Nothing. So it's not the same as F0 /1 18, so nothing happened. So type in switch port mode access. Type in switch config. Type in switch port access VLAN 20. Then no shutdown. Then type in exit. That's what happened. Then now we have to configure again the VLAN 1. So space 1. Then now from S1 config VLAN1, now it becomes S2 config VLAN, then the number. So VLAN number, we have to put in the IP address 192.168.1.12 space 255 space no point 255 0.255.0. This 192.1.6.1 point, I'm able to see this whenever I'm going to like change the password of our Wi-Fi. I have to go this IP address and I'll be routed to like the login onto the PLDT. So I remember this number, but it's not exactly that number, but how that's how it works, that IP address. Instead of like me going into the website name like pldt.com, no, it's not. What I have to do is putting the IP address, which is only the number, then it will be routed to you those to the login console or something. So now I copy 192.168.1 point 12 space 255.255.255.0. Let's see what happened. Invalid. So no shutdown. Then exit. So it go back to S2 config number. Then now it says here I need to go to router 1. And what happened? I'm on the router 1. What I'm going to do here is enable. So I'm gonna put it like enable, so it's now on a router R1 config. So what's gonna next thing to do here? I think I'm gonna doing the host name. So configure terminal. Router config. So I'm gonna type in system, or spelling, system password dash encryption. Router config. So what do I name it? I'm gonna name it like R1. So I'm gonna name it like host name R1. So it's a router 1. Now look what happened. We came up with this. Oh yeah, I'm able to follow now. Good. Good, I get it right. Then we just have to type in interface G0/1.1. Let's see what happened. So it says here invalid interface. Why is it invalid? Interface let's type in again. Interface Z0 so there's no sub F. Oh, what's this? Let's type in interface F018. Invalid interface still. So let's type in encapsulation. I think it will not going through. Encapsulation dot 1q space 1 r1 config still using no shutdown. Let's type in interface. I'm not able to get this one, so but I'm gonna down it here. Interface G0/1 no shutdown. Okay, so yeah, I'm able to like follow those steps. I'm able to get some of the answer correctly, followed it, but there's some sort of like a configuration that I didn't get. I'm not quite sure if maybe because this is it because of I missed on the first one. I think yeah, I'm so sorry, it's my bad, but right now I'm able to follow it. I'm able to change the configuration, but certain things were in I missed some sort of configuration way back on this switches 1 and switches 2. So this is gonna be like what we call acceptable. Sorry, a mistake. Yes, because I because of miss. But all in all, I'm just following it, and I'm sure that I'm able to get some of it, and some of it is not. So that's gonna be my submission for this laboratory exercises number 4, which is entitled the inter-VLAN routing. Bye bye.